My job as a travel writer is to bring home the magic. And boy, there's a lot of magic to enjoy. There's natural wonders. We have great wonders here in the United States. The great thing about Europe's natural wonders is they're so accessible. They're so accessible. And you gain an appreciation for nature. I mean, here we are, high in the Alps. Can you imagine tight roping on a ridge, high in the Alps? On one side, you got lakes stretching all the way to Germany. On the other side, you got the most incredible alpine panorama anywhere, the Eiger Monk and Jungfrau. And ahead of you, you hear the long legato tones of an Alphorn, announcing that the helicopter-stocked mountain hut is open, it's just around the corner, and the coffee schnapps is on. That's good travel. You come home and forever you're more clued into nature. It's a beautiful thing. Culture is another thing we gain an appreciation for in our travels. I'm just a cultural bumpkin from Seattle. I go to Europe and these guys are like they're evangelical about cheese. When I grew up, cheese was no big deal. It's orange in the shape of the bread. Here you go, cheese sandwich. And you go over there and it's like a festival of mold when you step into these cheese shops. And this cheesemonger, he sees me. Oh, monsieur, come here, come here. He takes me to the goat cheese corner, picks up a moldy wad of goat cheese, takes a deep whiff. Oh, smell this cheese. It smells like the feet of angels. It smells like the feet of baseball players to me, but it's okay. It's actually all right, you know. Now, I don't need to go home and be all crazy about stinky cheese and spend a lot of money buying that, but I do have that option. And it is good to know that some people are excited about stinky cheese. All over the world, there are people enthusiastic about things that we didn't know you could be enthusiastic about. As travelers, we can bring home, become a little hybrid that way, but it is good to know that different people have different passions. One great thing about travel is the people you meet, and it's clear to me, people carbonates your travel experience. That's the essence of good travel, is people to people. And when you travel, you meet people you wouldn't meet otherwise. It's really remarkable how many interesting people you can meet when you leave home. You know, we generally surround ourselves with people who are like us at home. It's a natural thing to do. It's very nice every once in a while to put yourself in a situation where you are not the norm, where people are staring at you because you're different. I find that stimulating. Now, these encounters don't need to be heavyweight. They can be kind of silly sometimes. I was in Italy recently, and this little kid was staring at me. It was kind of rude. Finally, his dad said, "Excuse my son, he stares at Americans." I said, "Well, what's with that?" He said, "Last week at McDonald's, we were having our hamburger, and my son, noticing the fluffy white bun, said, 'Dad, why do Americans have such soft bread?' And the dad said, 'Son, it's because Americans have no teeth.'" Now, I don't think the dad meant anything by that. It's just what dads do when they're out with the kid. They say nonsensical stuff to entertain themselves, and it confuses the child. And he was looking at tourists to see if we had teeth. I showed him mine to overcome that little bit of misunderstanding between people. But it's a reminder that there are silly misunderstandings between cultures that when we travel and meet each other, we can overcome. It's so important that we get out there and we humanize people that we might be afraid of otherwise.